G'day guys, it's Mark here. Welcome back to the Nine Empire. Now in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at all the cars and all the things I have got to sell. Now it might look like a nice sunny day, but let me assure you, this has been one of the most insanely wet days that we have ever seen here. You can see the ground is just, there's creeks where creeks don't exist. We've had 50 mils in the last 2.5 days and it's mental. So I'm dressed like a full-on farmer, absolutely soaked head to toe. Been out working on the house, and there's some cars that I need to get out of my life. Now, a lot of these cars, well, nearly all of the cars were always destined to be sold, but it's time to readdress all of these and see if anyone out there is interested in any of these cars. Okay, so first cab off the rank. Hopefully you can hear me well enough. It is windy as hell. We got the VN SS. Now, I have had this thing for a couple of years now, and we haven't got around to doing anything with it. It comes with all the factory, like, correct bumpers and side skirts, and do they even have side skirts? Basically, it has all the factory parts to go with this, the right spoiler. It is a, obviously it's Phoenix Red. It's a factory 5-speed with 179,000 Ks on it. It does run, but it's been sitting for so long. I've got brand new internal and external fuel pump. I've got plugs, leads or coil packs. I can't remember what it even is, but I've got everything to go through this thing head to toe, get the thing fired up properly, which I may or may not do. But anyway, it owes me 12 grand. I want 12 grand for it. So if anyone's keen on the VNSS, go for it. We got the old, the Courier. This is my beater. This thing breathes like a steam train. It just goes forever. I probably won't even sell it because it is pretty bloody bulletproof. It's just an old beater that just keeps going. But it is four-wheel drive. It has got power steering and air conditioning. And I don't know, I think it owes me like 2 grand. But, you know, maybe I'd sell it. I don't know, if anyone really needs it more than me, maybe. This is my NL Ford Fairlane 5-litre bagged. That is not for sale. Unless someone, you know, going to give me stupid money, but they aren't going to do that. The Duster, this thing owes us more than it's worth, so that won't be for sale, no way. The CF Moto, not for sale, that thing's too cool. The Doom Sled, who wants the Doom Sled? I'll probably keep this thing forever, but having said that, if someone wanted a sled unfinished and threw stupid money at me, maybe, but unlikely. Once again, it probably owes me too much in hours than I'd sell it for. Who knows? Probably not. This is our Bronco we've been working on. This thing is super cool. I've done so much work on this thing. I've done all the floors in here, the interior's coming along. I've got a little bit of paint work to do, and we're going to keep this thing patina, put the hard lid back on it, the canopy back on it, and just cruise it. I've got brand new wheels to go on. I've got some Bathurst globes to go on. We're just going to look freaking sick on this thing. Realistically, it's at a point now where it's more, well, it's still a bit of a project, but it's sort of, in my opinion, it's worth more than just a project, but it's not worth, you know, the 50 grand that these things go for. Probably not for sale, but who knows? For the right money, we probably would flip that. That's a C6 automatic. Obviously, there are factory 4-wheel drive, 351 Cleveland, power steering, air conditioning, all the fruit. Retrim the interior. Not finished yet, but I've got all the things there to finish it off. Can't wait. Got to put the window back in and finish off a little bit of the patina paint here. And yeah, we're probably a weekend or two off of cruising around in that. It's going to be sick. The HJ, same thing. Really cool car. I always wanted a HJ for the collection. Not necessarily right now, but I do love a gold HJ. And this is the color that I would have as well, which is just fluke that I've ended up with this car. But once again, for the right money, everything's for sale, but not really. So what have I done so far? Have I helped anyone out? Got the VN for 12 grand, the Courier. We're gonna go over here. Oh, hang on, let's have a quick look inside. So this is gonna be we're just fully winging it here because I've been meaning to do this video all day and it just has not stopped raining. It's been actually mental. Don't actually look it, but I am soaked head to toe. We had someone get bogged in the paddock, had to tow him out with the tractor. It hailed, it was fun. We got the FD LTD A little bit dusty, does need a clean, but that thing is actually gonna be genuinely for sale. I just don't love it. Like, I really like it, but I just don't love it. I painted this thing on the channel. You can go back and have a look at everything I've done on this car. I'm not hiding anything. It has got a fair, when I say a fair bit, it's got a decent amount of rust in the cowl panel, and I will repair that properly before that goes. And the door jambs never got painted, so I want to do a few little repairs in those and paint those door jambs before it goes anywhere. But the outside of the car was all done, cut all the rust out properly, and that's painted in Sovereign Gold. It's a 250 crossflow factory. Yeah, back in these days they had the good stuff, even though it's only a 6-cylinder factory disc brake, LSD, and full velour interior, electric everything, electric sunroof. Once again, she's filthy, but and my camera quality is absolutely appalling at the moment because it's really dark in here. But anyway, all these things I can show you around them a lot better if anyone's keen. That car there, honestly, I probably want 20 grand for it finished, which I think is probably a good buy. That is probably a good buy in my opinion. It would be wicked with a turbo in it, like a turbo 6-seal, which is probably what I was going to do, or just throw a Cleveland in it would be sick as well. The Tirana is not for sale. That is Andrea's pride and joy. She loves that more than she loves me. All right, back outside. Hopefully everyone can see me a little bit better now. We're going to quickly shoot out in the paddock here, the paddock of doom, and have a look at what we got to play with. What a bloody wrecking yard. Jesus. Okay, so right up we have an XG Falcon long reach ute. It's like a 90, whatever they are, 93-ish, 93 to 96 or whatever. This thing runs and drives like dual fuel. I think I've only ever run it on gas. I think it might need injectors or something, pretty standard for a gas car. It's a fair old beater. It's pretty beaten up. I did a few videos on this as well, or at least one good video, and I had some plans to do some stuff and make it into my beater, like sort of get around car, which is what my courier is now, because this is a cooler get around car, but I haven't got around to it yet. So maybe I'd flip that, and I'd probably want, $1,500 bucks for it, I guess. Once again, LSD in the back, I'm pretty sure. I think that's why I got this car, because it has a factory LSD, and I was going to pinch all the goodies out of that to turbo the FD, but honestly, the diff's probably worth as much as the car. So that's the deal with that. This is the XH, I think, Fairlane. Hopefully you guys can hear me. The wind isn't too insane, hiding around the corner of the container here. Now, all the driveline of this car, excluding the diff, so the motor and gearbox, are spoken for. And the rest of the car is going to, like, I'm wrecking it. So anything that is needed, if anyone needs anything off this car, give me a shout. Obviously, the same, very similar parts from XABC. ABC, yeah. Holy man, there is so much water around. Obviously, these cars are, sort of pretty hammered, so we're not too worried about them being out in the weather. The VK, it's a VK or VJ, I forget. Valiant, Wagon, Regal, Factory 318 V8, Sherwood Green. This was used for like paddock bashing, probably fucking, rabbit hunting or whatever. And it's an absolute beater. We bought it for the motor gearbox. Anything else that is in that car, excluding the front seats, it's got actually got XB bucket seats in it, which is pretty cool. I'll be keeping those. Anything else will be going to, like, it's got good bits, pretty decent, chrome on it and trim. And anyway, so that thing will be, we can wreck that out, or if someone wants the whole car after we're done, that's the same sort of scenario there. The Jag, don't know, I'm probably just gonna pull some parts out of that thing. Same thing with the XC. That's basically, I want the trims and nuts and bolts and it's a wrecker. So anyone needs XC parts, or if they want to buy the rest of the rolling shell, give me a shout. Probably, you know, $500 or whatever. Same thing, really, really handy for bracketry, nuts, bolts, factory fasteners. It's got a good bumper on it. The rest of the car is so rusty, it's knackered. Front end bits, shit like that. This is Andrea's F truck. Now this has got a 250 crossflow in it. We're going to do a Cleveland swap with a 302 to put in this thing. This thing we won't be selling. Probably should get this bloody window up. Holy shit. That's not too bad. Andrea won't want to sell this. We have got a short wheelbase tub. Hopefully you can see me. We have got a short wheelbase tub, but the truck's a long wheelbase. So we're probably going to do a video like doing that conversion, cutting the chassis down, because I think the short wheelbases look pretty cool. So yeah. What else? Nothing over there I want to get rid of. That's all. The Dodge is going to become yard art. That's the Dodge, the same as my Dodge Kingsway. And I actually swapped an interior for the car, for a seat, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I was going to turn that into some yard art and grow a garden around it. And I eventually still will do that. That's Charlie's old F truck. Same thing. That's totally, it's so rusty. It's hardly worth selling. But yeah, Charlie's not going to do anything with that. And I don't know. I was going to bag it one day or something. I don't know. Probably not. Okay, we're going to go for a walk out in this paddock, which is, I don't know if anyone can see how wet it is here, but there's like a creek up there that's not even a creek. That doesn't even exist. There's just so much water around. It's actually insane. But I'm going to brave it out in the paddock to show you guys the last car that I would potentially sell. It's a parts car. It's not that exciting. All right, here it is. One of Australia's marvels. We have an AU Ford Falcon utility. Now, the reason it's parked over there doesn't matter, but it's mine, and I would totally sell this. I bought this thing as a wreck with no engine in it. The reason I bought it was for two things. Firstly, was for the 4-pinion LSD disc brake rear end that come optioned on this ute, which I probably would still really like to keep. That'll be a great conversion for one of our other cars. And the other thing that makes this car unique, which is why someone might still want to buy this even as is that this thing was optioned as, even though it's a base model ute, this was optioned as a 5-litre V8 with a 5-speed. So a really cool combo. And I actually bought it for the 5-speed to do a conversion on an AU I had years ago, which I never done anything with. So this 5-speed conversion would be super handy for someone wanting to do that with their car. So it's obviously got the factory, all the pedals and everything. Basically, it's everything you need from the motor back. Obviously, you'd probably want to get a new clutch. But basically, all the hardware's there. The box, the pedals, the handle, the console, all that shit. And yeah, I'd sell this as the rest of it. Just get rid of the rest of it. Actually, the whole interior is just like loaded in the car, and the back I've been keeping for storage. There's just shit in the back there. But yeah, once again, I'd probably like to keep that LSD diff because it is really handy. But once again, it's not life or death, so maybe I could be persuaded. I'd sell this for what it owes me, excluding the diff, for $1,500. So that's $1,500 5-speed conversion. So does anyone want that? While we're on the topic of Ford Falcons, I'm not going to go over there because it's way over in the next paddock, a long way away, but we have an EF or EL, I can't even remember which one it is, Fairmont gear with a cappuccino interior, the same as my LTD, same as my Fairlane, 4-litre disc brake LSD 345 diff. Same thing, I bought that thing purely for the diff so I could put it in my Fairlane, but I'd probably not lose too much sleep if someone wanted to buy that thing whole, and that owes me like $1,000. So, and that's a run and driving car. Like, I've pinched a few regulators and stuff out of it, but the interior is actually mint. Once again, cappuccino leather interior. And I bought that car because all the spares are identical to my Fairlane, but with actually a few better options. So I don't know how I got it so cheap. It's can't remember. It's a bit rough, don't get me wrong, so it might make a good burnout car or something. So anyway, I'll try and find a photo. That is it. That's the little boat, that's not for sale. That is it for now. Short, random episode. It's just chaos lately, trying to build this home. The wind is literally blowing over the scaffolding. It's mental here. So anyway, that's it, guys. If anything that I mentioned may interest you or anyone you know, all the details, email me right here below, mark@theironempire.com.au. And if I don't hear from you, if you don't hear from me rather, send me a message on this video. Leave a comment, let me know, because I have had a couple of issues with emails lately. So anyway, that is it. And the Dart, that's not for sale. I don't think we'll sell that. Once again, probably owes us more than it's worth. All right. Cheers, guys. See you on the next one.